Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the concept of a Diffie-Hellman's algorithm, guys. Okay, so in this algorithm, the main idea is to exchange the keys, guys. So basically, we need to exchange the keys at some moment of time, right? So in between two computers to have their logics properly, so we need to exchange those keys. So the way how we should exchange those keys, we will be learning here, guys. Okay, so to be specific, I know how the algorithm works and everything, but I don't know how this helps in the exchange of algorithm, guys. So exchange of keys. Okay, even I was confused even today also, like while writing this answer also I was a bit confused, like how is it doing? Okay, so I'll be just skipping that part, but I'll be explaining the algorithm clearly, guys. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so it is not an encryption algorithm, guys. Like any other algorithm, it is not an encryption algorithm. It is a key exchange algorithm between two users. Okay, so we use asymmetric encryption to exchange the secret keys between the users. Okay, so the algorithm is nothing but we will be considering a plain number, guys, that is nothing but q in this example. Okay, so then we will be selecting a number alpha such that it must be the primitive root of q, guys. So basically primitive root is nothing but if you are trying to primitive root of 5, assume that in that way, so it should have the number a alpha should have all the values below 5, guys. That is nothing but 0, including 0, or without including, guys. Okay, sorry for that. 1 2 3 4. So these 4 values should be there, guys. In what situation? If I do 5 power 1, 5 power 2, 5 power 3 and so on up to 5 power q minus 1, that is nothing but 5 power 4. Till then, if I get 1 2 3 4 as the results after doing a mod, then I can say that that number 5 is the primitive root for something, right? So in that way you can say it. Once you are going through the example, you'll be having a clear idea, don't worry. Okay, so selecting alpha such that it is a primitive root of q and alpha is less than q. Okay, so here is the example, guys. So here we selected 3 as the primitive root, guys, for 7. Okay, so we are trying for 7. So assume that we started at 1, guys. So 1 power 1 is a 1. So 1 mod 7 is a 1. Similarly, 1 power 2 is also 1. So 1 power mod 7 is 1. So here we got 2 same. So we should not get 2 same, right? So we should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 6, right? Because it is 7, up to 7, right? Yes. So here we are getting 2 once, so it is wrong. So similarly, try for 2 also. Again, you will be getting a clash. When we try for 3, we are getting the exact value, guys. So here we got 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, exactly 6 digits. We got 1 to 6. That's it. So there is no specific order, but we got. So yes, that could be the primitive root, guys. Okay, so now we will be starting our assumption, guys. So we will be assuming xa as our private key, guys. Okay, and then we will be substituting alpha power xa mod q value we know, so we will be getting the public key, guys. So that is the formula, you can say, guys. This is the formula to calculate the public key. Okay, similarly, if you want to calculate the private key of a b, like here we calculate the public key of a, so if you want to calculate the private key of a b, alpha power, okay, private public key of b mod q. So this is the formula for the other part. Okay, so basically using these formulas we will be getting our public keys and private keys, all 4 public keys and all 2 public keys and 2 private keys of each other, right? Yes. So at the end you will be starting your algorithm. So here we will be doing the first part and here will be the second part. So if we got both of these as the same, then you can say that the exchange has been done successful, else the exchange has been failed. Okay, yes. So that is the process, guys. I hope everyone got a clear idea, but even till date I am also confused that how this algorithm is doing the thing, like where is the exchange happening. I am also a bit confused with it, guys. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got some basic idea at least, right? Yes. So in the next lecture we will be discussing about cryptography tools, guys. Okay, so let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you, thanks for watching.